All right, here's just a real quick comparison video of the retail carry with the test shot. I got this in today from TF Source. This is the final fully released, fully packaged. It comes in a really cool looking box. Some cool art on it. It's got stuck to it. It was stuck in the background. But yeah, just got this one in today. And there's a few differences between, a lot of times you'll see me review a test shot, and not often will I review a final retail version unless it's like a gray test shot or something significantly different. Carry for the most part stays the same, but there are some changes just to show you how much a figure can change from even a near final test shot to a full final production version. Here is the test shot version of Carry. Now, one of the things you'll notice right off the bat is not just the camera. The colors on the test shot are a little richer, a little more saturated than they are on the final retail version. You can see the orange is a little bit more saturated here. It does have the outlines around the flames, but we knew they were going to change that. They lost the outlines and they changed the flame pattern. I like the flame pattern on this guy a little bit better. The stickers, this is a clear-backed Repro Labels Autobot symbol. This one is actually the Autobot symbol from Leader Megatron, Combiner Wars Leader Megatron. I took it off his sheet to stick it on there. It's got the white outline. But yeah, so the colors just themselves are a little desaturated. You can see the paint, and maybe a little hard to tell. The red's a little deeper on the test shot, and the paint here that gets painted kind of around his helmet and here on his waist. On the test shot, it's a little bit more. It's a little deeper, and it's a little bit more metallic looking, which I really do dig. And to see it a little dull here on the retail version is a little bit of a letdown. The Target Master hasn't changed. I'm not going to deal with the Target Master. He's essentially the same figure. I have noticed that my retail version holds the Target Master much nicer than the test shot did, but I'm seeing mixed reports on that. Like some people are saying it doesn't hold it at all. Some people are saying he holds it really well. He doesn't hold it super tight, but he does hold it. It's not falling out of his hand, just moving him around and things. So there's that. He does come packaged in alt mode, and some people have complained about the Target Master's just kind of set on top of the canopy of the car, and it kind of scratches the windshield a little bit. I do have some minor scratching on mine, nothing that I'm super worried about. I don't even know if it's showing up. It almost looks cracked here on the video, and it doesn't look quite that bad in person, but there was a little bit of scratching on mine. I'll get some polish and kind of take care of that. So that is one of the drawbacks of how they do it. And so, again, variance in those from person to person. I'm seeing some people who have gotten windshields that are just fine. I've seen some people that have some scratching, so just be wary of that. The orange paint here on the forearms on the test shot is a little shinier, and I do think I prefer it a little. It's more of a flat color on the final version, which I do think I prefer a little bit. Now on the wings, you'll notice there's a little bit of a difference in the yellow on the wings, and that's because on the test shot, the wings are the same dark red plastic as the trailer. It all matches up, and then all the yellow and orange is paint, and the interior is painted here. So you've got yellow paint on dark red plastic, and so it kind of dims the hue a little bit. On the retail version, the wings are actually solid yellow plastic with all the paint on the back being paint, which I think, on the one hand, you can see since the paint only comes up around the edges a little bit, you can see how it kind of goes halfway down the thing here. In vehicle mode, you do see this yellow line. Now, it's only if you're looking at it from the top, from the side, it all fills in okay. And that was the one benefit of the test shot, doing it like on the test shot, because then when it's in vehicle mode, all you see is the red there. You don't see that line of yellow down the middle. But it has these pegs here on the inside, the tabs that peg into the side of the vehicle mode. Then you run the risk of paint chipping, and there's even a little bit of paint chipping up here. So if you transform them a lot, if that paint starts to rub off, had they done it this way, you would have had these big red spots up in the middle of his fins. So using the yellow plastic, I think, is a smarter idea for the character and just for the playability of the toy and the longevity of the toy. You're not going to get some of that paint wear, which is a good thing. And the final version, and this is the one that baffles me the most, is if you look down here at his ankles, the test shot, he's got the same kind of blackish dark gray plastic on the ankle piece down here, like just right here how the foot connects to the leg. That kind of blends in and makes it look like it's all one coherent piece. For the retail version, for the final release version, they've used red down here, which makes it stick out. And I'm not sure why suddenly that changed, because I haven't. It may be a plastic quality issue. I haven't noticed any issues on either side. Just from what I can feel of the plastic, it doesn't seem any stronger, or they seem comparable in strength. There may have been a reason for that, and it may have just been a molding thing. Again, since they had to remold these in yellow versus the red plastic up here, maybe just the way they I don't know how much they reworked the molds and the layouts. Maybe it has something to do with that. But just that's the most baffling decision, is having this red down here on his ankle when the original had it black and it looked much better, I think. But other than that, like, posability is fine. Like I said, the joints are just as good and solid as on the retail version as the test shot. Mine does hold the Target Master a little better, so I'm giving that a thumbs up. And like I said, I prefer the kind of slightly more muted yellow of the test shot, and I love some of the paint. Like the paint on the test shot, I feel is much nicer than on the final retail version. Not to the point that I'm like, oh, don't buy this. You can see even the grays here on the forearms. It's kind of a dark metallic gray here on the test shot, where it's more of just a lighter flat gray here on the retail release. He's still a good solid figure. I like him a lot. And like I said, it's kind of 50-50. The test shot had some things that I liked a little better. The retail version, like I said, makes a couple of smart choices. The one that really gets me is this red ankle. That's the one that gets me the most. Personally, I do think I prefer the richer orange on the test shot, but it looks just fine here on the final retail version. I did say I would show them off with Tyrant. So here's both of them together with their DX9's Tyrant figure. Let me see if I can get them all in the shot here. And again, it's essentially the same figure, so you're not missing, again, the colors are a little different, but physical stature, size, and design is all going to be the same between them. You can see Tyrant is actually a little larger than Rodimus. Other things in the box include, like, there's the bits for the Target Master, which like I said, I prefer him much prefer him as the smaller rifle versus the long rifle, but you can make that longer rifle if you wish. You get the little baggie with the instruction booklet and a little card, little bio card, and then you get this poster of him looking has kind of a Street Fighter-y art type of vibe to it here. Let's see if I can get it in the frame here. It's just Rodimus holding his gun. There's a lot of glare off of it, but kind of an anime style. Not really anime style, but foreign style. So yeah, but there is. Like I said, transformation is exactly the same. I didn't notice anything that was changed in the transformation to make it easier or harder or anything. It transforms exactly the same as the original test shot did. But there you go. Just to see some of the, like I said, some changes are minor. Paint color, obviously something that can change in the process. But like it really kind of surprised me to see some of the big significant changes, like molding the fins in yellow and moving to the red down here on the ankle. So there's a lot of things that can still. Like, this felt final to me. I thought this was pretty much just an early figure I got that was ready to go. They just sent some out early to review, and it turns out that it was not, because they actually did some extensive design changes here on this. And so it just goes to show you that, like, when you're reviewing test shots, that's why I tend to harp on this is a test shot. This is a test shot. Some things can end up looser on a final version than they were on the test shot. Some things can end up, they can improve them and make them tighter on the final version versus the test shot. Some things just change. It's just the process. So anyway, I'll let you go. I'm going to do a couple other things around here. But I just wanted to take a minute, since I haven't done one in a while, just to really sit down and compare and show you just some of the things that can happen in the process of putting a figure out. And I think it's kind of neat to see that, the revisions and things that go on behind the scenes, even for something that can be and feel nearly final when it gets here.